Good evening. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have a better tomorrow. Once said by APJ Abdul Kalam. Welcome to BMC Newslive presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself Shina Sultana joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines.
Under-Secretary for Political Affairs attended Turkish ceremony. The Education Minister visited West Rifa Primary Boys School. LMRA, NPRA and Southern Police Directorate conducted joint inspection campaign. 2 NASA spacecraft detected biggest meteor strikes at Mars. Tuberculosis cases rose for the first time in years, said WHO.
Today's news in detail. Under-Secretary for Political Affairs attended Turkish ceremony. Foreign Ministry Under-Secretary for Political Affairs Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa attended the reception hosted by Turkish Ambassador Esim Sakil on the 99th anniversary of the declaration of the establishment of the Republic of Turkey. The Under-Secretary expressed Bahrain's congratulations to the Republic of Turkey, President, government and people on the occasion of its National Day, praising the depth of the relations between the two countries and their commitment to enhance aspects of cooperation. The Education Minister visited West Rifa Primary Boys School. Education Minister Dr. Majid bin Ali Al Naimi paid a visit to West Rifa Primary Boys School and was briefed about the support center which contributes to honing students' leadership skills through programs and lectures. The minister also took stock of the center's register, which features parents' remarks and comments about the impact of the practice on students' performance. Dr. Al-Naimi praises the efforts of the school administration to establish the center, which plays a pivotal role in fostering leadership skills among students, hailing parents' cooperation. LMRA, NPRA and Southern Police Directorate conducted joint inspection campaign. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority LMRA conducted a joint inspection campaign in Southern Governorate in cooperation with the Nationality, Passports and Residency Affairs NPRA of the Ministry of Interior and the Southern Governorate Police Directorate. The campaign resulted in reporting a number of violations related to the labour market and residency laws and were referred for legal action. LMRA stressed its commitment to report any violation through a continuous and intensive inspection plan in cooperation with the relevant government entities. Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers Bahrain's COVID updates. Foreign Minister chaired meeting of Higher Coordination Committee for Human Rights. The Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani chaired the meeting of the Higher Coordination Committee for Human Rights today with the participation of members of the committee from all relevant government agencies. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs welcomed the members of the committee, praising their valuable contributions in protecting human rights in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The Minister of Foreign Affairs noted that the national human rights system in the Kingdom of Bahrain is witnessing constant development to protect the rights of the citizens and residents in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Bahrain Forum for Dialogue is a step on the path of dialogue between East and West, said Al-Azhar University President. President of Al-Azhar University, Dr. Salama Dawood, has affirmed that the prospective visit of Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Chairman of the Muslim Council of Elders, His Eminence Dr. Ahmad Al-Tayyib, to the Kingdom of Bahrain next month to participate in the Bahrain Forum for Dialogue, which will be held under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad, coinciding with the historic official visit of His Holiness Pope Francis to the Kingdom of Bahrain at the invitation of His Majesty King Hamad, in considering an essential step on the path of dialogue between the East and West. He said that the visit reflects the growing and influential role of the greatest Islamic institution in the world to spread peace and achieving the religious coexistence across the world. Southern governors stressed keenness on highlighting national and civilizational achievements. Southern Governor His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Ali Al Khalifa received yesterday Projects and Facilities Director at Bahrain Tourism and Exhibition Authority BTEA Ahmad Yusuf Taki, Head of the Operations Department at the Southern Governorate Police Directorate Major Halal Al Duseri, Executive Director of Bahrain Informa Mohammed Ibrahim, and senior officials. The Southern Governor stressed the government's efforts to boost cooperation and joint coordination with various sectors. Now we shall go for a short commercial break. Welcome back. Al Hilal Healthcare Group organized a health talk by Dr. Krishna K. Ramawat on the importance of breast cancer awareness at Talabad BH head office. The services provided were free blood pressure, blood sugar checkups, and breast cancer screening vouchers. Approximately 50 employees of Talabad participated in the event. BDF held graduation ceremony for third batch of reservists. The Bahrain Defense Force BDF yesterday held the graduation ceremony of the third batch of civilian volunteers for the Reserve Force, including the relatives of the affiliates and retirees of the BDF and the National Guard, both military and civilian. Assistant Chief of Staff for Human Resources Major General Sheikh Ali bin Rashid Al Khalifa attended the ceremony held at the Military Sports Association. The graduates expressed pride in taking part in the training session, which they said contributed to rehabilitating them in the military and defense fields, as well as to honing their skills, pledging His Majesty King Hamad, the Supreme Commander, to be dedicated to defending the nation at the various BDF branches. BDF Chief of Staff participated in the GCC meetings. BDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Tayyab bin Sakr Al Naimi headed the Bahraini delegation in the 19th GCC meeting of the Supreme Military Committee and the first Gulf Strategic and Security Studies academic meeting. The meetings discussed strengthening coordination in the military and enhancing the future of the Gulf defense policy. They also discussed various topics to help support the Gulf military action through a comprehensive and unified strategy. Two NASA spacecraft detected biggest meteor strikes at Mars. Two NASA spacecraft at Mars, one on the surface and the other on orbit, have recorded the biggest meteor strikes and impact craters yet. The high-speed barrages last year sent seismic waves rippling thousands of miles across Mars, the first ever detected near the surface of another planet, and carved out craters nearly 500 feet, which is 150 meters across, scientists reported Thursday in the journal Science. The larger of these two strikes churned out boulder-sized slabs of ice, which may help researchers look for ways future astronauts can tap into the Mars' natural resources. Elon Musk took control of Twitter, ousted top executives. Elon Musk has taken control of Twitter and ousted the CEO, Chief Financial Officer, and the company's top lawyer, two people familiar with the deal, said Thursday night. The people wouldn't say if all the paperwork for the deal, originally valued at $44 billion, had been signed if its deal had closed. But they said Musk is in charge of the social media platform and has fired CEO Parag Agrawal, CFO Ned Segal, and Chief Legal Counsel Vijaya Gadde. A few hours later, Musk tweeted, "The bird has been freed," a reference to Twitter's logo. The departures came just hours before a deadline set by a Delaware judge to finalize the deal on Friday. She threatened to schedule a trial if no agreement was reached. It has been announced. Tuberculosis cases rose for the first time in years, said WHO. The number of people infected with tuberculosis, including the kind of resistant to drugs, rose globally for the first time in years, according to a report issued yesterday by the World Health Organization. The UN Health Agency said more than 10 million people worldwide were sickened by tuberculosis in 2021, a 4.5% increase rise from the year before. About 1.6 million people died, it said. WHO said about 450,000 cases involved people infected with drug-resistant TB, 3% more than in 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic disrupted services for people with TB along with many other health programs. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi proposed one nation, one uniform for police, not trying to impose. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday proposed the idea of one nation, one uniform for police in yet another pitch to have uniformity among various forces. He said it was just an idea and not an imposition and asked the states to think about it as just a suggestion. The one nation, one uniform for police is just an idea. I'm not trying to impose it on you. Just give it a thought. It may happen in 5, 50 or 100 years, but let's give it a thought, PM Modi added. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates on BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shana Sultana. Good night.